Today we get to take a deep dive into Vegeta Blue, the exclusive edition. Did I say Vegeta? Vegito. Okay, this is the two boys fused. Now this is an exclusive item and another one that, thanks to the geek effect, I now have on my shelf. Well, I have it on my desk. It'll eventually be on the shelf. Maybe. Okay, maybe it will eventually be on my shelf. Anyway, shipper box, we don't need that. This is what we're here for. Look at that. That thing is gorgeous. In the box anyway. What, is it gonna be that good out of the box? Now these exclusive event edition things, you know, sometimes be a little too much when they're this shiny. So let's find out if this is worthy of picking up. You can pre-order yours right now. I will have a link down in the description, but you can get these things early if you were at New York Comic-Con and maybe at the Tamashii Nation store. You know, I've been doing this channel for a little over 2 years now, and I'm sitting down for all of these things, and it is slowly destroying my back. Anyway, let's take a look at our Vegito. The box, yes, this is an exclusive edition. As you can see, he's very, very shiny, and that is really what makes him so unique compared to the original version, which the original version is actually very expensive. So you get a flap on the inside here, which will tell you some things you need to know about, like colors rubbing off, how to swap parts. But also on this side, it's going to tell you some other things you need to know, like how the hand effects work and the background effects. Now we get to take a look at this double layer of stuff. This might be the best part of the whole thing right off the bat. I mean, I like effects anyway, and it's rare to find them in the box with figures anymore. But my goodness, this like pearlescent finish that they put on the whole figure is working really, really well for this piece. So I think fans of these effects will really, really want to have this kind of item versus the standard paint. Let's take this thing out and look at all of these beautiful, beautiful details. My goodness, now this paint is extreme, okay? This kind of aura version of him is pretty intense. So let's just grab a set of hands and see. Wow, even the feel, the touch is very different. That is what one of the hands is looking like. And you know what? I'm honestly tired of sitting down in this chair. So I'm stuck doing that. I can't do a standing thing. However, yes, now I can. Okay, here it is. The new setup, maybe for now anyway. This is what we're working with, and maybe I gotta figure out something with this light, but this is the new setup for the desk as well, and it's so good to be standing. I cannot express how happy I am to be standing. Okay, I've had this thing for about a week now, and I gotta say, it has helped me a lot as far as like my back and stuff. Plus, I feel more energized working throughout the day. It's great. Now, here's some features about this desk that kind of got me sold. Number one, it's a standing desk, which obviously I needed. Number two is it's an L shape, and I really need all of that retail space. But this thing also has some nice features. So it has 4 large drawers. It's got 2 hooks so you can hang like cords or headphones off the side of it. And it has a USB port right on the control mechanism. And as far as the motor on this thing, it's actually super smooth, and it can handle a ton of weight, like 176 pounds of stuff, which is great because I have lights and cameras and monitors and cutting machines, all kinds of stuff on this desk already, and it works without a problem. So of course it has the 3 memory slots so you can save those positions that work best for you, but it also has a timer if you need to be reminded to stand up. Along with that, it has collision detection. So whether it's like a child or a pet or your action figures, you're not gonna crush anything because it detects that and just goes right back up, which is very helpful. This thing goes all the way down to 28.7 inches and then all the way up to a whopping 48 inches, which is insane because that's way higher than I could possibly work at. Who needs that? It does it though. And you guys know from 2 years of doing this that I'm not gonna sell you something that I don't actually like. So, am I happy? Yes. Healthy, happy, physically happy, and mentally happy. So if you want to support the channel, you can purchase one of these desks of any size, even the smaller ones. And that will help me while helping you stand and feel a little bit better throughout the day. So anyway, thank you so much. Let's get back to the review. All right, so let's get right back into this Gogeta exclusive edition. We've got a few hands in here. We've got this one looking pretty sweet. So this is obviously very specific to the animation. And do I remember what that hand's gonna be for? Probably not. Do I need to look at the box? That doesn't help. Anyway, we also have this hand, which is like a nice attack hand, pretty classic, and it has this peg in there so that you can peg this effect into it, which is gonna look just like this. And I do it very slowly. There we go, looking pretty sweet. I like that a lot, and I actually like that it's a clear tab. It's just not that easy to use. Anyway, we'll figure it out in all of the other B-roll stuff. And then we got this one, which is great for some instant transmissions and other things. Imagine that, other things. What could that be? I don't know. And you get this hand, which again is very specific for the thing. This set has some very specific things that I'm not totally sure about, but we'll figure it out. And you get a couple of Key Blast hands, so left and right, pretty classic. I mean, pretty much anything Dragon Ball is gonna come with those, and most likely come with these, which are some nice fighting stance hands, great for Vegeta, so that his character side of things, or just a good old Key Blast. We have some alternate faceplates in here, which makes me a happy boy. So we got this one looking real sweet. I like the line work here, and the color's looking really nice. This effect of the paint, the pearlescent finish, is really interesting, and I think that I love it. Now this head specifically has the hair and it is attached to the head, so you cannot remove them, which I say because as you can see here, these are missing, which I guess is gonna have to come off of the default head. But this is pretty sweet. I like this with the angry and the eyes to the left a bit. And this one, which is perfect for a good Key Blast or just an awesome kind of fighting face. Love the details of this. We didn't really talk about it, but here's the effect piece. So it has this little ball peg on the shaft piece of it, and these electricity looking bits, the spark or whatever coming off of it. This is really, really nice. So I like this effect a lot. Looking at our main boy here, since this is based on really the Goku body with all of the shoulder pieces and everything, we're gonna have that really unfortunate design here with the shoulder. I mean, how old is this figure before the exclusive edition? If you just have the regular Vegito, which one is, how old is that? So it's really just using the same thing. Hopefully they re-release Vegito because he's super expensive these days. But I do like this finish, and it's gonna look really cool in photos, hopefully in some B-roll, to show off all of this like shiny body. All of these details are gonna like highlight from the lights, which is fun. It's different. It's definitely a different take. But let's look at the details of this guy. So he's looking pretty sweet. He's got this, you know, it's kind of a mix between Goku, obviously a mix between Goku and Vegeta, hence Vegito, but it's a little more Vegeta forward on the expressions, I think. So a bit more angry, this guy, and the colors here in the hair are really fun. I don't think this is going to be for everybody. I think some people are going to be a little like kind of turned off by the paint work on this. But you let me know down in the chat if you like this kind of design. And I think this is the right way to do an exclusive, because if you're gonna make the figure exclusive to an event like New York or San Diego Comic-Con, then it should be a version that isn't that big of a deal if you don't get. Now let's look at articulation. So starting with the head, he looks up really well. He looks down, it's perfect. His face comes off a little bit if you go too far though, so be careful with that. Side to side, we got some neck articulation. It's gonna be basically a lot of what you would get out of the Goku. Shoulders go out about that far. I mean, if you mess with these sleeve pieces, then you can definitely get some more range, but I can't stand these things because you get so many instances of them exposing the skin underneath. They go out, we've got rotation, we got double jointed elbows and ball pegs on the wrist, all your standard stuff. So there's not really a lot to talk about. I will say when articulating these guys for poses, you're gonna really wanna be careful around those sections where the paint is gonna touch, like right here in the abs, because you can definitely, I may have already done it, look, you can definitely mess up that paint. So these things, yeah, I would say these exclusives are very limited use only. Is that what I'm trying to say? Be very careful with these things. Don't go crazy with the poses on these guys if you don't want the paint to get all messed up. You know what? Let's stop talking about the articulation because there's really not much to say. I mean, basically, if you've seen any of the Gokus, it articulates as well as that. So it will work. Just be very, very careful with the paint. Well, there you have it, folks. And thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring part of this video. It's the first sponsor we've ever had. So thank you all. And I do enjoy this desk. It is very, very nice. But if you love Dragon Ball and you want to see some more figures reviewed, then click that top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.